As you prepare to enter into rest tonight, we'll be reflecting on Psalm 6. Psalm 6, verse 6 says, I am exhausted. In the voice it says, I cannot even speak, my voice fading as sighs. Then the psalm talks about this state that we can be in where we say the words that are in this psalm in the voice translation every day. Every day ends in the same place, lying in bed, covered in tears, my pillow wet with sorrow. Now, that's not always the emotion that we approach this time with. Sometimes we have a great day. Sometimes we are just exhausted, and maybe we don't feel much of anything when we go to sleep. There are days and times where we do come back to our pillow with tears. Have you been crying out to God for something? Have you been asking again and again, or facing the same difficult situation again and again and feeling like the tears will never stop? This psalm talks about these emotions, but doesn't leave us there. The psalm talks about the emotions, describing the absolute anguish, but then also reminds us that we are heard. Let's listen to the words of Psalm 6 now.
Psalm 6, read from The Voice. O Eternal One, do not punish me in your anger or harshly correct me. Show me grace, Eternal God. I am completely undone. Bring me back together, Eternal One. Mend my shattered bones. My soul is drowning in darkness. How long can you, the Eternal, let things go on like this? Come back, Eternal One, and lead me to your saving light. Rescue me, because I know you are truly compassionate. I am alive for a reason. I can't worship you if I'm dead. If I'm 6 feet under, how can I thank you? I'm exhausted. I cannot even speak, my voice fading as sighs. Every day ends in the same place, lying in bed, covered in tears, my pillow wet with sorrow. My eyes burn, devoured with grief. They grow weak as I constantly watch for my enemies. All who are evil, stay away from me, because the Eternal hears my voice, listens as I cry. The Eternal God hears my simple prayers and receives my requests. All who seek to destroy me will be humiliated. They will turn away and suddenly crumble in shame.
What we hear in this psalm is the raw emotion that we can feel, the crying out to God, the exhausted nature that we sometimes find ourselves in, but we are reminded that God hears us. God hears all those cries for help, is with us in times when we are feeling those emotions. And the psalmist, after walking through this, ends with a state of confidence, saying, so all of you who are working against me, all who are evil, stay away, because you should know that God has heard my cries and continues to hear my cries. That God hears our cries, and that those who would seek to destroy us are the ones who will be humiliated. You see, what this psalm tells us is that no matter what we feel, no matter what those emotions are, or how many times you may have approached your pillow with tears, that we have a God who hears us and loves us and allows us to move confidently through any situation. Are you able to move with that confidence into a state of rest? Let's take everything that you're feeling and know it's okay to feel all of that. Pivot into a confidence of knowing that God hears those cries and is with you. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, pour out those cries of your heart before God. Breathe in the presence of God and breathe out, knowing that you are heard. Breathe in the peace that comes from God's great comfort. Breathe out, letting go of all of your worry. Relax the tension in your body as you hand over every situation to God, entering into that relaxed state of heart and of mind. Breathe in and out, and pivot now into a peaceful rest.